tragedy has struck a home, or when a heart is left alone. Because when I tried to find the answers, I saw that blaming others made me bitter, blaming myself made me depressed and ill, and blaming God made me hopeless, which was worst of all. But when your life has just exploded, when tragedy is done and done, when the smoke settles and your ears stop ringing, and when you finally put all those pieces back together one by one, those pictures, they stay with you. They plant roots inside of you. And no matter how big of a wall you build this time, no matter how tall or wide or well designed, those roots of tragedy will always find their way in. Like a weed pushing through the pavement, or a draft coming through a broken window taped up after a break-in. And those roots, they grow larger into vines, intertwining with your life and your decisions, defining who you are and your vision of what your future should be, or what kind of man or woman you should be and what you think you're not. One story of who I once thought I was, labels of spaz or geek or freak, led me to believe that I would be nothing more than laughable entertainment, or a curiosity that you visit at the zoo. When only few knew that I was more than a clown with a painted smile on her face, trying to make everybody feel better with a song and dance. One story of who I once thought I was, belonging to no one, I chose a boy to validate me, telling me of who I should or shouldn't be. I believed I would be worthless without him, empty without him, feeling naked and ashamed when he left me for another girl. One story of where I once thought I belonged. I was barely 17, with a lost cause when another boy took advantage of me. Though I was talking a big game, I never realized I was just a kid to see what was really going on until it was too late. It was then that I began to build a wall, one that glorified my misshapen past, fortified with resentment, lined with unforgiveness, one that castles and fortresses would envy. But between the cracks of my great stronghold, I heard a whisper, a voice say, "Have you forgotten, dear child, buried within your fears, tangled up in your vines, the beautifully designed creation of God that is you? Have you forgotten, dear child, under the chains of violation and abuse and lies, under the cuts under your arms, under the bags under your eyes or your tear-stained cheeks, that you are mine, that I love you? Have you forgotten me, dear child?" See, there is no one person to blame, no one person to not forgive, but there is only one that can restore, that can reshape and reconstruct a life, not with one more of these walls, these man-made walls, but with lights and colors that do not dim nor fade, one that can speak mountains and waterfalls into existence out of nothing, one that can bring new life into existence out of nothing. He is the one